Итак, состав собственно, я, B7. Это игра Supreme Commander 2. Поскольку у меня остальные игры уже либо пройдены, либо вылетают постоянно, то да пройдем уже серию Supreme Commander. Напомню, предыдущие там Supreme Commander и Forge Talents я уже прошел. И они у меня выложены на канале. Так, компания. Меню компании или обучение? Меню компании. Хотя, давайте с обучения начнем. Инженеры могут строить здания, перерабатывать обломки, захватывать вражескую технику. Да ты что? Но я доскоза слышу, что вторая часть Supreme Commander это не очень, а я здесь только в этот поиграл. Обучение, так что посмотрим. Мне пока
Welcome to the Quantum Vision Works Armored Command Unit Simulator, or QVACUS. It is brought to you by Quantum Vision Works, a division of QAI Industries.
Я, пожалуй, не буду озвучивать
Quantum
то,
Vision
что не имеет
Works, creating a
смысла.
better tomorrow for you today.
Ненавижу
This
пропаганду.
simulator is designed to teach you the basics of the battlefield using our patented Open World Environment Network, or OWEN. First, you need to become familiar with some of the methods for viewing the
Я уже начинаю
battlefield.
жалеть, что выбрал обучение
Let's
для
start with
новой серии.
panning, also known as scrolling. Explore OWEN using the pan interface. Excellent. Panning is most useful for moving small distances. Next, you'll want to become comfortable with rotating your view of the battlefield. Circle completely around the unit.
Чтобы удержать пробел, двигатель мышь правой влево. Вот, наконец заработал. Выглядит как
While
боевой
rotating
бот.
your view is important, you want to be conscious of losing your sense of direction relative to your opponent. Next, you can view the battlefield from different angles.
Ну, я
Adjust
типа
the
уже
pitch
поставил под
using the
разными
tilt
углами.
interface. Good job. Finally, you can zoom in or out to get a closer or wider
же это
view of
уже
the
сделал.
battlefield. Excellent. Now let's talk about the Armored Command Unit, or ACU. It is piloted by you, the commander. The commander is responsible for issuing orders to his or her forces on the battlefield. To do this, you will need to learn how to select units and issue simple commands. Let's start by
Так,
selecting
сейчас
the
будем
ACU
учиться как
itself.
управлять войсками.
Now we're dropping off some rockhead tanks near your current location. Select the rockhead tanks or the ACU and give them a move command to the exit of the facility. The path is marked.
Марш китайское что-то уто. Идеальный перевод. Упс.
There are multiple ways to select groups of units.
Какие-то танчики.
You have
просто
successfully moved units outside of the facility. Now, let's try some simple combat.
видишь.
Some nearby energy production facilities have been flagged as enemies. Select your ACU and
Уничтожить
rockhead
эти
tanks and
энергостанции.
order them
Понял?
to attack the energy production facilities. Units will automatically attack when they're within range of an enemy unit.
Так. Извините, конечно, но меню, настройки и... Так, чувствительность стратегической пули. Скорость прокрутки, пожалуйста. О, так-то лучше.
Good job. They got what was coming to them. An ACU and engineers can be used to capture enemy units and structures. For example, This nearby warehouse is being used by your enemy. Use the capture ability of your ACU to take control of this facility. That warehouse can now be put to use to store your own crates.
Графика
Now,
продвинулась.
let's turn things up a notch. A dozen enemy rockhead tanks have been flown in and positioned on the battlefield. We've also dropped off a few more rockhead tanks and some powerful Titan assault bots for your own use. Use your ACU, rockhead tanks, and Titan assault bots to destroy the enemy rockheads. Units gain experience in combat. This gives them levels of veterancy, which increase their overall effectiveness. Congratulations! You're making great progress with Q-Bacchus.
Мне захотелось вот эту новую
It is
игру
brought to
поиграть
you by
про
Quantum Vision Works,
пустыню.
a
Про
division
пустыню.
of QAI Industries. Quantum Vision Works, visualizing peace with advanced weapons technology. The next part of your training covers economy and construction. Your ACU can be used to build the offensive and defensive structures that make up your base of operations. Let's start with the core components of a base. Each type of unit in an army, land, air, sea, and experimental, can be
Все
constructed at its own
воспроизводится на
factory.
Понятно.
Construct a land factory with your ACU.
Так. Это добыча минералов.
To assist you in the build process, we've given you two
Двух
engineer
инженеров.
units.
О,
Like the ACU, they can
Не,
be
раньше
used to
они
build
прикольно выглядели.
structures. Everything you build has a specific mass and energy cost. Mass is produced by mass extractors, and these structures can only be built at specific locations. Build a mass extractor on the mass indicator. Each mass extractor and energy production facility generates mass and energy every second. If you need more mass or energy, build more of either kind of structure. You also need energy, which is produced by an energy production facility. Construct an energy production facility with an engineer or your ACU. It can be built on any valid terrain.
Так они это все оказывали. Понятно. Это примерно как Planet Annihilation. Отлично, мне еще не будет полностью собрать карты. Так, чувак, ты что, забыл, что ли? Ну да, нам теперь все запрещено. Так. Штуки 5 вот здесь.
Very good. You now have a base of operations. It's time to put that land factory to use. It constructs mobile land units. For now, it's limited to producing a single type. Build 2 rockhead tanks at the land factory.
Еще один тут не готов здесь, что ли?
You can create rally points for factories. Once set, each unit that rolls out of the factory will automatically move to that location.
Так.
Excellent. You've added more rockheads to your army. To protect your factories, you can construct add-ons that give them defensive capabilities. Build a shield and tactical missile launcher add-on for your land factory.
Построите наземные фабрики. Пристройки, генератор щита. Для начала генератор щита. Ну хотя бы избавили нас от нужды. О, даже у рабочих что ли есть уран? Так, здесь ранг есть. Да, нет, ранг есть у этих чувачков. Вообще такие изичи.
Excellent. Your factory is now better defended. Other add-ons give you anti-air defenses or increase the unit's radar range. Now that you have an army, it's time to put it to use. We've placed an enemy base near your position, and its 2 land factories are producing an army. You must destroy those factories to complete the simulation. Watch out. There are some heavy point defenses defending those factories.
Уничтожайте все, что здесь находится. И заканчивайте этим гадом. Так, чуваки, а чё вы это не атакуете?
Congratulations. You have successfully completed the first part of QVACUS. This simulator has been brought to you by Quantum Vision Works, a division of QAI Industries.
Даже если она такая
Vision
шуточная,
Works,
нереально, то
creating a
всё
better
бесит.
tomorrow for you today. Operation completed.
Миссия уже завершена. Все выполнено. Ладно, следующая миссия. Так, всем снова здоров. Ну, для меня это все продолжается, так что вы наверняка знаете мое имя, наверняка знаете, во что я играю. Ну или в противном случае вы тупо не умеете читать название видео. Так. Щелкните в любом месте, чтобы начать.
Welcome once again to QVACUS. In this part of your training, you need to become more familiar with the role of technology and its impact on your battlefield performance. You have received new technology courtesy of Quantum Vision Works, including the Demolisher mobile artillery and the Titan assault bot. These units can only be deployed on the battlefield after they have been researched. Research both of these units.
Так, окей. Ну почему-то мне кажется, что слишком близко.
The Demolisher and Titan are now available for construction at your land factory. Not only does research give you access to new units, it also improves existing ones. To illustrate, QVACUS will auto-complete research for these rockhead tanks. Observe. An additional barrel increases the amount of damage the units can deal per second. Anti-air gives them the ability to engage air units. Finally, shield technology gives them a considerable defensive boost. Now, these rockheads are a formidable force. Use them to engage an identical number of enemy rockets, which lack any research improvements. What would normally have been an equal battle was turned into an easy victory, thanks to the technology provided by Quantum Vision Works.
Да, это, конечно,
We
не
also make
обязательно
available
нужно
to
было
commanders a
строить.
research station. It runs simulations of all battlefield data, generating more research points over time that can be used to acquire additional technologies. Construct a research station with your ACU or an engineer.
Так, без паузы. О. Так, продолжаем. Серия. Здесь больше не пишет, что, как там. Мне раньше нравилось читать полностью.
The more research stations you build, the faster you acquire those points. Now it's time to give you a taste of what it's really like to be a commander. It isn't just about close-up views of small numbers of units. A real commander needs to take in the big picture. For example, one factory is useful for building units, but a true commander has multiple.
Вот я понял.
Controlling a half a dozen units is one thing, but how about 50 or more? As your army increases in size, it can be difficult to manage an army of this size with this close-up tactical view. Using Quantum Vision Works' patented strategic zoom technology, enter Strategic Mode. Strategic Mode gives you a complete overview of the theater of operations. Now that you're familiar with Strategic Mode, it's time to put it to use. Commanders frequently need to multitask. When you're not building units and structures at or...
Так, надеюсь, никто не против, что я пропустил тупую, не имеющую ни малейшего смысла обучения. Так. Пошли сюда. Так, сюда.
All resource-producing units are prime targets.
А вот этот тактический режим мне очень нравится. Хороший новый вид. Так, 52.
Targeting your opponent's factories will put a serious dent in their production capabilities. One down, one more to go. Congratulations. You have successfully completed the Quantum Vision Works Armored Command Unit Simulator. QBACUS has been brought to you by Quantum Vision Works, a division of QAI Industries. Quantum Vision Works, creating a better tomorrow for you today.
Симулятор капитализма.
Operation completed.
Так. Ладно. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока. Надеюсь, следующая миссия не обучающая.